The Danish royal family has always been at the center of the world's press attention, and not only because of their status and numerous official engagements, but also thanks to that remarkable harmony and family tradition which they consistently preserve. Today's story is about Queen Mary and her daughter, Princess Josephine, and about that special, almost invisible bond that unites mother and daughter. This bond is sometimes expressed in the simplest details, in a glance, in a gesture, in the choice of clothing. Just listen closely. There is something much deeper behind it than just family ties. This is a story of tenderness, support, style, and continuity. Recently, the whole of Denmark watched a historic event, the naming of the country's very first electric tugboat, launched by the company Spitzer. Guest of honor at the ceremony was Queen Mary. The atmosphere in Copenhagen's Nordhavn was Scandinavian in its freshness, a little windy, but the Queen herself was literally glowing. Her look was not overly official: a light summer floral blouse, a black midi skirt, and simple ballet flats instead of the usual classic heels. This easy and almost homely outfit instantly won hearts, and as the sharpest royal observers noted, the Queen's blouse that day actually belonged to her daughter, Princess Josephine. This choice, to wear her daughter's clothing, subtly emphasizes the connection between generations. In royal families, sometimes even garments become a link, a reminder of the warmth of home and the everyday life hidden at the very heart of strict official protocols. Princess Josephine first wore this blouse on the birthday of her father, King Frederick, and now her mother decided to wear it on a day that, while not strictly formal, was nonetheless of great importance. Over the years of her service, Queen Mary has also shown herself to be a true champion of sustainability. Outfits are repeated, mixed, and some pieces are kept in her wardrobe for decades. However, this was not the first time members of the Danish royal family exchanged items of clothing. For example, in the spring, Mary appeared in the now famous raspberry coat, which had previously been worn by her elder daughter, Princess Isabella. Both Josephine and Isabella have often stepped out in their mother's clothing. Once Isabella wore her mother's iconic ballet flats, and another time she appeared in an elegant blue coat. Josephine, too, has been seen in a pink blazer or a white trouser suit, once belonging to her mother. These exchanges of clothing are not only a sign of practicality and environmental awareness, but also a special way of strengthening family bonds. Queen Mary is not simply sharing fashion advice with her daughters, she is showing how clothing can carry memory, character, and the warmth of the previous generation. In recent years, this style has become even more noticeable. The Danish queen more often chooses outfits without flashy accessories or elaborate jewelry. For instance, during a recent university visit, the very same day as the tugboat naming ceremony, Mary looked simple. Her hair was down, she wore no earrings or handbag, and her entire look was built around the summer blouse and black skirt. Style expert Marianne Singer notes, "The uniqueness of Queen Mary lies in her ability to always find balance. Sometimes she appears with bold earrings and bright colors, while at other times she opts for a familiar, approachable image that conveys ease and freedom." Interestingly, on that day, Mary did not change her clothes, even though the visit began at the Nordhavn ceremony and ended at the University of Copenhagen, in the center named after Queen Mary herself at the Faculty of Social Sciences. The faculty prepared for her visit in a particularly welcoming way. Everything was less formal, students went about their activities, and Mary engaged with the young people with genuine interest. Now about the tugboat itself, the Spitzer Ingrid, because the ceremony was truly extraordinary for the royal family. 14 years ago, in the year 2011, Mary, then still crowned princess, took part in a similar event in Melbourne, Australia. Back then, everything was different. Instead of a button, there was a bottle that Mary ceremoniously smashed against the ship's hull. Beside her stood her husband, the future King Frederick, and the atmosphere recalled traditional maritime celebrations. But the world has changed. Today, the tugboat runs on electric batteries, reducing carbon dioxide emissions by between 600 and 900 tons every year. While Mary continues to work on the country's development and ecological innovations, Josephine is preparing for her own stage of life. In August, the palace officially announced the princess's enrollment in the renowned Spir Efterskole, the Danish version of a boarding school, far from the family's main residence in Copenhagen. Josephine made this choice herself, as do many Danish teenagers, to gain experience in independence, communication, and learning outside of home. Now Josephine is stepping into a new chapter, while her mother, if one may say so, misses her, sometimes wearing her daughter's favorite clothes. This is also a sign. Mary acknowledges her daughter's taste, respects her choices, does not impose standards, but instead gently supports her. This mutuality is reflected both in fashion and in their relationship, because what matters is not simply to be formally present, but to live in a spirit of support and acceptance. In this, the Danish queen sets an example for many parents. It should not be forgotten that Queen Mary was born in Australia, yet she managed to become the embodiment of Danish style and of a modern vision of monarchy. Once, Mary married the crown prince, and in the year 2024, after the abdication of Queen Margaret, Frederick and Mary ascended the throne, with dignity and respect for the country. Among the 4 children of the royal couple, the eldest heir, Prince Christian, has already begun military training, while Isabella and Vincent have returned to their studies after the summer holidays. Each has their own path, their own interests, but the bond between Mary and her daughters is especially visible, sometimes even in the tiniest details. From time to time in the life of the Danish royal family, one glimpses this light-hearted, homely warmth, when a mother may wear her daughter's favorite blouse, and a daughter may slip into her mother's ballet flats or jacket. In conclusion, the Danish royal family shows us that modern monarchy can be not only a symbol, but also a living part of the people, an example of elegance, tradition, care for the future, and, above all, a truly touching and special bond between mother and daughters. This is a real royal story without scandals and dramas, a story that feels close and understandable to everyone. Stay with us and follow the genuine, kind news from the life of the Danish royal family, because in a world full of noise, it is so important to value sincere relationships and those warm moments that shape the future of an entire country.